Campbellsville goes right to left in the first half, left to right for the Bears if you're following along on radio. And we are ready to jump it up here. Marnay Holland, longtime Bear, wins the tap back to Johnson. And the first possession will go to Shawnee State as Cam Elsie will handle the basketball out top. Goes long across to Holland, and she has fouled. A quick and one. That is nice offense by Shawnee State to get this game started.
What a pass by Elsie there. Through about 3 or 4 Lady Tiger defenders, and quickly Courtney Pritchett there with that first foul. Wow, what a pass.
Short of tapping the opening toss into the net from midcourt. That's about as good a start as you can have.
That was a hard pass right there.
Holland will shoot the free throw, and Marnay Holland makes it a 3-point lead for Shawnee State. Mid-South Conference second team member a year ago was Marnay Holland. Murphy will pick up Lauren Lee. Right side, Campbellsville the basketball. They go to Pritchett in the short corner. Surveys, nowhere to go, and she's going to be fouled here by Johnson. Got the hands out and extended. That will be the first on Johnson, first on Shawnee State. So we've played 22 seconds. And with Larry Hammer in the building, the officials keeping it tight early. Hammer, the assigning secretary for officials in the Mid-South Conference on the women's side. Here is Pritchett, long two. That is good. Courtney Pritchett, had she clipped her toenails this morning,
that would have been a 3.
That would have been a 3, but
yeah,
she had just the edge of the tennis shoes on the line.
That's about as long of a 2 as you'll see.
Murphy holds it off the wing left side. Campbellsville pressuring. Now Elsie goes down inside. Johnson between 2 defenders throws up a shot that's no good. Pritchett falls to the ground, but able to tap it over to Boyle. Boyle needs some help as there are 2 Bears defending her, and she is going to be fouled by Murphy. Boyle got hit in the chin there. Murphy didn't come out so hot there herself. They may have bumped heads.
Bumped heads or face something like that, but quick pressure there on the trap there as Boyle came up. As smart play by Shawnee to kind of slow things up.
Far corner, Pritchett surveys. Back out to Lee. Campbellsville trails by a point. Left side, Boyle can't shoot it. One dribble, now back out to Pettigo. Back to Boyle, open. 3 on the way. That is hard. Rebound batted up into the air and taken in by Johnson. Lee kept it alive briefly. Elsie going to try to thread the needle. Does to Holland. Her shot no good. That was Markayla Holland off the mark. Campbellsville the other way. Pritchett leads CU. Bounces. She has Lee, who has the right block and 2 points off the window.
Yeah, that's textbook transition right there. Dribble to the free throw line, bounce pass, easy layup for the Lady Tigers.
Campbellsville's first lead here, 4-3. We played just over 90 seconds. Murphy out front. Elsie being chased here by Boyle. Back to Murphy. She'll drive inside. Oh, my. The ball hit Lauren Lee. Lee got hit in the chin by the off arm. Holland going to back tap that from Pettigo. And Bailey Pettigo had no idea that Holland was behind her. I was trying to watch Lauren Lee there a little bit. Incidental contact, nothing intentional.
I don't think the shot clock should be at 10. It probably should be about 26, 25. 22. I was a little close.
Well,
but that's twice Lauren's actually got hit in the face twice there.
She's been better off boxing. Here's Pettigo. Right side, 3 on the way. That is no good. Rebound taken in by Markayla Holland. Hands it to Elsie. Lady Tigers, the top field goal percentage team in the country. Hope to keep that trend here today. Murphy, left side of the lane, steps through. Big step. Missed the shot. Marnay Holland back out. Elsie, 3 on the way. That is in and out, no good. And here we're going to have a foul on the floor against Bailey Pettigo and the Lady Tigers. That's the first on BP and the second on CU as a team. Campbellsville still with a 1-point advantage here, 4-3. 7:51 to play in the first quarter. Matt Payton and Benji Kelly at Donna Wise Court in the Powell Athletic Center. Elsie pitches it in short here to Johnson. She'll come back out top to Markayla Holland. Now right side, Elsie. Elsie holds it, gets the screen. Going to take a long 2 here. That is no good. Johnson kept it in bounds. Ball being batted. It hit off a foot or 2, and we're going to have to go to the thumbs here as it'll go to Campbellsville University. That hit the pad on the way down. Kind of took a bad hop on the Lady Tigers, it appeared, Benji. And Kayla Luby going to check in, 6'2 junior forward from B, Nebraska.
Yeah, it's one of those things that it was short, hit the pad, so the trajectory you're thinking it's going to be, and Campbellsville just got a little bit out of sorts. Fortunate there to get the jump ball and get the possession here because they could have had an easy little putback.
Luby had 18 off the bench in the win Tuesday over Asbury. Lee Right side, backing away is Pettigo. Bounces it to Pritchett. There's the entry. Luby quickly to work. 3. Bears there. No matter. A finish for Luby over the left shoulder.
I tell you, just tell the confidence out of Kayla Luby here these last 3 or 4 games, playing extremely well for this Lady Tiger team.
Johnson working around the lane. Has Holland. Jumper good for Marnay Holland. I'm going to have to do all I can to keep the Holland sisters straight here. They are not twins, but they are just about identical.
They almost are identical, yeah.
I say they're not twins. I don't believe they're twins. There's a large gap in the experience column. Here is a 3 by Boyle, no good. Murphy, the rebound. Murphy ahead, gets around Lee. Going to have to look for some help here. It's Johnson at the free throw line. That is good. And Shawnee State back up by a point here, 7-6.
This Shawnee State team, they're scrappy. Like I said, they've been in a lot of games, and they had a big win the other night at Lindsay.
Inside, Lee falls down. She's had a rough start here to this one as that pass was knocked out of bounds. Changes for the Lady Tigers. Elizabeth Bertram, 5'6", sophomore guard from Glasgow, Kentucky. Maddie Nally, 6'2", a sophomore forward from Louisville, Kentucky. And Sarah Sutton, 5'10", a junior forward from Scottsville, Kentucky, all checking in. Courtney Pritchett, the lone member of that Thrivent starting lineup to remain on the court here for Campbellsville.
Feels like a little bit of a prize fight here, Matt. Each team kind of sizing each other up.
Burt going to throw it in to Sutton, and now Nally holds it, bounces out top. Bertram, couple of dribbles, back door. There is Nally, but it's actually poked away. Help defender Holland came through, read that, and poked it free. Elsie the other way. Elsie spinning in some traffic, pitches it out. Markayla Holland thought about it, now bounces right side to Murphy. Bertram will close out on Murphy, gets around her. Outside, Elsie, a couple of ball fakes. Now comes back to Murphy, can't shoot it, and a little hop step there on Murphy.
Got a little excited there. It was actually a good basketball move, but just had the little hop step there. And
7-6, Shawnee State, the 1-point advantage. Sutton on around here. She has Bertram cutting. Pritchett has to kind of jump up and catch it. She'll drive between defenders.
Wow.
Gets the bucket. Does Courtney Pritchett.
Yeah, strong move there, Courtney Pritchett.
Out top. Elsie holds it. Nally there for Campbellsville. What a back door inside. Oh, my. Luby. Oh, my. Luby got away with the little body check there on Karima Nix, who just checked in, 6'1" freshman forward from St. Petersburg, Florida. Coach Burrow's unhappy, and I get it.
I get it. That was a body blow.
Yeah, he said she didn't fall on her own. He is correct. Here's Bertram. That ball knocked away by Murphy. Sutton dives in there. Nice hustle by Sutton. We'll go back to the arrow, I believe. And this will be Shawnee State basketball. Lauren Lee going to check back in for the Lady Tigers.
Wonder what Larry Hammer thinks about that play.
Well, he's close enough we can ask him today.
That's right.
See that replay of that Luby shot a minute ago. Left hand over the right shoulder. I think I may have said left shoulder live, but that was left hand over the right shoulder. Got a finish. Murphy holds it. Back and forth they go out top. Now they go inside to Nix. Nix has to come out of some traffic, throws it back out to Elsie. On the drive, Elsie leaves it off. Nix shot off glass is good.
Elsie, I tell you what, she has improved so much from last year. I don't remember her quite making those difficult passes like she has here today.
Nally inside has Pritchett, turnaround jumper, good for Courtney Swish it.
All automatic there, Courtney, about 14 to 15 foot.
This pass long ahead, knocked out of bounds. Nally got her mitts on it. It goes out of play, and this will bring us to a stoppage. 10-9 the score. The Lady Tigers lead by 1 point, 4:33 to play in the first quarter. You're following the Lady Tigers on the Campbellsville University Sports Network.
When I got the opportunity to get her, there wasn't no choice. I told myself, I'm going to take custody of my daughter. It's my baby. That's what we're supposed to do as men. Take care of our home, build a foundation, you know what I'm saying? Love, our money, she's my purpose. I'm here to walk with her, hold her hand until she can walk alone. Ain't nothing like being a father in this world.
10-9 our score. The Lady Tigers lead Shawnee State here by a single digit in the Powell Athletic Center. Minji, you mentioned kind of that prize fight, just feeling some teams out. We've seen the Lady Tigers jump out and have big starts. We've also seen this is the period in the game where they can start to really make some inroads, and this kind of a time for Shawnee State with what we've seen out of the Lady Tigers. It feels like a critical stage of this game. The next, obviously, 4 minutes of this first quarter and maybe the first 2 or 3 of the second quarter really dictate things for Campbellsville at times.
Well, and what Shawnee State's doing, they're making passes that normally aren't made against a zone that Campbellsville plays. And you've got to credit Elsie for that, and Shawnee's probably scouting report, that there are some lanes that are open, but some players are just a little afraid to make that type of pass. Not Elsie.
Nix off the baseline out of bounds. Pass from Holland off the mark. The rebound taken in by Campbellsville. Lee going down the lane, pitches it out. Open three. Sutton, bang. Sarah Sutton and Edward Jones three.
Yeah, textbook, penetrate, kick back. Nice three for Sarah Sutton, set up by Lauren Lee.
Elsie drives, contested jumper over Nally and Luby, and here Nix will be over the back of Sutton.
Yeah.
Sutton had 7 boards in the win over Asbury, a career high for her, and a great block out there forces Karima Nix to get up the backside and foul her.
Well, once again, Sarah Sutton just, you've seen here as of late the game kind of come back to her. She really struggled early in the year, but some of that is just you just need to get out there and play. She didn't have that opportunity much early in the semester.
Pritchett on the inline bounces. Luby quickly up. Lost the ball on the way up. They're going to say it hit off of Shawnee State. Elsie came across, little contact, but we saw one on the other end earlier not called. They let it be a play on there. 4-point Lady Tiger lead. Lee to inbound. Finds Luby, back to Lee and out to Sutton. Now Pritchett won't shoot it. Lee again wants the entry, kicks it out again at Sutton. 3 on the way. That is short, just off the front of the iron. Nix the rebound. And Shawnee State will head to the front court. Elsie with the round ball. Murphy at the logo for Donna Wise court. Out top, Elsie again. Murphy on the drive, inside, able to keep it away from Luby and get the lay-in.
The Shawnee State team, like you said, Matt, they're scrappy. They're staying right here in it.
Nally out top. This is Sutton, and all the way around the horn we go to Pritchett on the far side. Pritchett catches, little ball fake, driving at Markayla Holland. Now it's going to be Lee. The pull-up jumper just off the painted area. May have been right inside the painted area. Gets the field goal.
Good job by Lauren. That's one thing that her game has improved, is that mid-range jumper. Not afraid to take that shot.
They go down inside. Nix gets the inline and missed the shot. It's going to be Luby in there to grab the rebound for Campbellsville. Nice job of the Lady Tigers to come away with the stop. Sutton has to hesitate right near midcourt. Waits for Lee to clear. Lee out right wing. Pritchett won't shoot it. Couple of dribbles. Back to Lee. Going to work into the middle. Out. Open. 3. Pritchett. That is hard. And the rebound to Marnay Holland. Here comes Elsie once again. It remains a 4-point Campbellsville advantage. 2:20 to play in the first quarter. Pass blocked there by Pritchett, but it goes right back to Markayla Holland. Now they have Marnay Holland at the elbow. Jumper no good. Rebound to Sutton for Campbellsville. Lee wants to run. Lee driving right side of the lane. Gets the step inside. She's whacked and fouled. Goes to the floor. This will be on Shawnee State. 2 shots coming for Lauren Lee. The foul will go against Markayla Holland. Going to get Pettigo, Boyle, Bertram, and Wilkes checking back in. That portion of that second group, and now a portion of the first group leaving the floor. So you got a bit of a mix and match for Campbellsville here. Free throw for Lee. Actually, the only member of that starting lineup out for the moment is Courtney Pritchett. Elizabeth Bertram in her stead. Lauren Lee's second free throw makes it a 6-point Campbellsville advantage. 17-11, just over 2 minutes to play in the first quarter. Murphy the basketball, chased by Pettigo and Boyle, splits them, goes inside, leaves it out. This is a new player into the ball game. Jumper on the way, no good. And the rebound taken in by Campbellsville. That was Alira Nelson-Elias who shot that. And Boyle in a bit of a pickle, and she and Elias, Could have been a walk there, not called. Back to Shawnee State. Nice hustle by the Bears. Ball knocked away, but Elsie picks it up. Elsie backs up into the corner. Nelson Elias going to skip it. Murphy grabs it, going to go up, and she walked. That's the second time today Murphy has
took off running like a football player catching a pass, but she's quick. She's quick.
First step is very explosive. Campbellsville gets it back. I mentioned Alira Nelson Elias 5'7" senior guard from Erie, Pennsylvania. Transfer from Tiffin University. Lee bounces to Pettigo. On the dribble now, Bailey finds Bertram, whose mid-range shot at the free throw line was good, but we're going to have a foul away from the basketball on Karima Nix.
That's actually free throws here.
And so that will send Wilkes to the free throw line. Nix picks up her second foul.
Yeah, Caitlin actually has not attempted a shot here tonight. They're kind of packing that down and double teaming the post. So,
well, when you got somebody shooting 70% from the field, I guess that's a pretty good idea.
That's a pretty good idea. That's right.
69.9% on the season from the floor is Caitlin Wilkes. Hit the free throw there. One more coming for Wilkes. She gets both, and it is an 8-point Lady Tiger advantage, 19-11. Elsie has it deflected. Boyle couldn't get to it, though. It comes off to Murphy. Now back to Elsie. Johnson back in the lineup for Shawnee State. She'll drive right side. Bertram intercepts the pass. Ahead she has Boyle. Boyle going to work to the right side. She'll slow it down a bit. Lee, extra pass, left side, triple. Bertram. Oh, couldn't get the friendly bounce. And I thought that thing was going to fall down through Benji, and it just took one final hop over the rim off to the left. It'll stay with Campbellsville.
It wanted to go in, but it decided not to.
It decided not to. Lee throws it out. It's intercepted. I don't think she saw Elsie. Almost threw it right to her. Elsie has it knocked away by Pettigo on the way up. Rebound comes off to Nelson Elias, and Shawnee State will set it back up here. Back down on the inline, Marnay Holland. A quick release jumper is good off the inline for Holland. 19-13, Campbellsville by 6 points. Lauren Lee holds it out front. About a 2 or 3 second differential between the shot clock and game clock. And Bertram's pass a little too soft, and Murphy picks it up, and that's an easy bucket for Shawnee State. Now the shot clock is off. Campbellsville's got to do a better job taking care of it. Boyle to end the quarter. Jumper off the mark. Pettigo couldn't grab it. Would have been a shot there for Bailey on a putback potentially, but just couldn't quite handle that long rebound. The carom came off hard past Bailey, and that's where the first quarter will come to a close. 19-15 your score. The Lady Tigers with a 4-point advantage over Shawnee State. Stay with us here. You're following Lady Tiger basketball on the Campbellsville University Sports Network.
The family's visit to the forest inspired a beautiful question. Mother, mother, am I a tree? You tell me to stand tall. You tell me to stay rooted. I think I am a tree. My child, of course you are. But what kind of tree will you be? The kind to hug or the kind to climb? Doesn't matter what you choose, so long as you choose to be a tree that's kind.
Make the forest part of your story at a park near you. Find one at discovertheforest.org.
Heading to period number 2, Campbellsville leads Shawnee State 19-15. Matt Payton and the former Tiger Benji Kelly here with you this afternoon for this Mid-South Conference doubleheader. You can see some replay work here in the early going. Courtney Pritchett with a couple of baskets for the Lady Tigers. That one a little mid-range jumper off the inline there. Old school basketball. Benji Kelly just drive in, kick back to the trailer. Shooting certainly does that with the best of them.
She can definitely shoot the ball. And shout out to her former team, Murray State Lady Racers, last night, beating University of Kentucky. That is a huge, huge win for Coach Rochelle Turner and her program in my hometown.
Big win for the Racers and a battle of state supremacy, yes, I guess you could say.
They got a little bragging rights.
Back to play here. Out front, Boyle bounces to Pritchett. Entry wants Wilkes, has her, gathers, and goes up off the window for 2 points.
Yeah, that'll increase that shooting percentage from the field.
It will. She'll be up over 70 after that one. Just an unreal season here for Wilkes. Murphy drives in, and that is blocked by Wilkes. Can she pick it up? She can't. Jada Johnson will go up with a shot. No good. Ball still being pinballed around. And finally, Nelson Elias from her midsection throws it to Johnson, and she's fouled.
Wow. That was like a pinball down there.
Oh, boy. Foul will go against Maddie Boyle as we begin this second quarter. That is the first on Maddie Boyle. First on the Lady Tigers. Jada Johnson at the stripe hits the first free throw. 21-16 the count. One more. That is good. So Johnson gets a pair. The Lady Tigers lead by 4 points. Lauren Lee sprints ahead, hands it to Boyle. Boyle wants Wilkes, not there. Pritchett will zone here by Shawnee State.
Like it.
Out, Boyle.
A 2-3.
Back to Lee on the wing. Now Boyle out front. Pritchett, Boyle. Pettigo on the end line, jumper on the way. That is no good. A little hard there for Bailey. The rebound taken in by Jada Johnson. Just over a minute gone by in the second quarter. Elsie working right side. Cut off briefly. Now goes back towards the rim again. Finds Johnson, who missed the shot. Marnay Holland pitches it back out. Second chance opportunity here for Shawnee State as the Bears work with it in the front court. Johnson across to Holland. Now Elsie with a ball fake. Backs away from Boyle. Threads the needle. That is beautiful basketball as Johnson cut. Elsie bounced it right to her.
Yeah, just phenomenal basketball there by the Shawnee State. That's our fourth offensive rebound. And just Elsie from the perimeter, man, she can dish the ball extremely well against this zone.
Pettigo out front, Lee, left side, Boyle. Still a 2-3 look for Shawnee State into the corner. Pettigo finds a wide open Boyle for a jumper from 10 feet. No good. Rebound gets knocked out a few times. Marnay Holland finally able to throw the lasso around it and long ahead to Murphy. Thought Campbellsville was going to get themselves a second chance try. Elsie off the wing to Murphy here. Back to Elsie out top. Whips one down inside. Holland across. Over Wilkes. Shot no good. Pettigo the rebound. Pettigo ahead to Boyle, who will slow down. Leave it with Pritchett. And now Lee off the left side. Again, it's Pettigo. Throws one down inside quickly. Wilkes going to try to give it up. And it was knocked away by Murphy. I think Murphy kind of kicked that.
Well, yeah, but it wasn't intentional.
Yeah.
That's usually they get it when it's intentional.
21-19. These two teams have made it a bit ugly here.
Yeah, they have.
Murphy driving in, looking for Holland. That ball's deflected and will hit out of bounds. Kayla Luby back in. Caitlin Wilkes frustrated, will check out. So that zone defense for Shawnee State for the time being has given Campbellsville some problems. But we've seen the Lady Tigers this season face a zone a few times, and they've figured it out each and every opportunity. 6 to shoot. Elsie holds it, skips it left side. Nelson Elias working on the dribble, runs into Luby, and they're going to call a blocking foul. I think if Kayla doesn't move, that may be a play on. But there at the back end, she kind of moved her hands down to pick up the ball and stepped, and it made it look a little worse than it probably was.
Well, I was a little straight line, so I actually didn't see it, and the official was standing right in front of me here. But that's a big call with the shot clock going off. It gives them an opportunity here to tie it.
Nelson Elias hits the first free throw, just 46% on the season.
Well, Campbellsville just a little bit out of sorts here on this defensive end, Matt. Giving up 4 offensive rebounds, 6 second chance points, whereas Campbellsville has 0 offensive rebounds and 0 second chance points. So right now, that's kind of the difference right here. We're shooting the ball good enough to be able to win. It's just on the defensive end, we're giving up those extra opportunities.
Lee off the wing right side, backs away a bit, now skips it to Sutton, who's back in, and she's a zone buster if Shawnee State's not careful. Pritchett Holds it, 2 defenders in there. Sutton back out, open Lee, won't shoot it. On the dribble, kicks. This is Sutton, open 3, short. Rebound, Pritchett gathers, going to go back up, has it knocked away. We're going to go to the arrow here, and I believe that will favor Shawnee State. I don't know how that's a tie. That's an awful quick tie ball.
Well, it is. The ball came out, so play on. And she had her hands in there, and there's not a foul. Let it go on.
Elsie out front, navigates a bit to the left side with Lee hanging out in the hip pocket, drives in. Now Johnson going to take the jumper. That is good. Shawnee State leads 23-21 here.
Yeah, this is one of these teams you don't want to let them stick around, Matt. They're scrappy enough that they can pull off an upset here today.
Pritchett out to Lee, inside wants Luby. Quick move for Luby, goes up, shovels one, no good. Luby falls down. Elsie collapses to the ground as well as they run into one another, and Murphy will bring it ahead. Elsie out front now on the dribble. Pettigo gives chase, throws it away. Looking inside for Johnson. Sutton intercepts it. Lee, right side, goes at Elsie. She's fouled, no call. Mercy me. The other way, Murphy long ahead, a run out. She has Holland, who lays it up and in. Marnay Holland, the basket, and it's a 4-point Shawnee State advantage.
Wow. Campbellsville is kind of getting punched in the nose here, and this Shawnee State can kind of smell a little blood, and they're playing extremely well here.
Sutton, left side, 3. That is no good. Ball knocked up into the air, and it goes off of a few players. I think Johnson and Holland, Luby all had a chance at it. Finally falls out of bounds, and it'll go to Shawnee State with 5:11 to play in the first half. 25-21, Bears lead by 4. Campbellsville will pick up a little full court pressure here, see if they can force Shawnee State into some mistakes. Elsie splits a pair of defenders, drives inside, leaves it for Nelson Elias, runs into Pritchett. Shot is short, and the rebound taken in by Sutton. Campbellsville wants to run. Pettigo finds Lee. She'll go down inside, avoid Murphy, throw one up that's no good. The Lady Tigers just can't buy one here.
Yeah, it's
been a bit since they've scored.
Well, it has been, and we were up in almost 60%. Now our percentage down to 34.
Elsie on around. Lady Tigers, I believe, with just one field goal in the second half. Here inside has Holland off glass, good. 27-21. Wow. Lee the other way for CU. Left side, Bertram. Now Sutton bounces to Pritchett. Pritchett looking. Nearly has it knocked away. Saves it. Kicks it out. Pettigo, 3. Bang! Bailey Pettigo on time.
That is a
Jones 3.
Big 3 right there, Matt. This thing was about ready to almost be a double-digit lead for Shawnee. That's a big 3 and a good kick out by Courtney Pritchett.
27-24. Murphy the basketball here for Shawnee State. Murphy working right side, inside, throws one up. We're going to have a blocking foul called on Tanisha Murphy. Actually, Tanisha Murphy, I believe is how they gave me the pronunciation earlier. And this will bring us to a media stoppage. Who was that foul on, Benji?
On Bertram.
Bertram, so Bert's first 3 on the Lady Tigers. Media timeout here. Shawnee State leads it by 3. You're following the Lady Tigers on the Campbellsville University Sports Network.
If you love them enough to relearn math so you can teach them math, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat to make sure they're correctly buckled in the back seat.
(27-24). Shawnee State leads Campbellsville here in the Powell Center. Matt Payton and Benji Kelly courtside. We've got a Mid-South Conference doubleheader on the slate here this afternoon. The Tigers coming up at 3 p.m. Campbellsville here early has struggled a bit from the floor, and Shawnee State has forced the Lady Tigers into 7 early turnovers. Benji, that is not something that they've done on the season. They are second in the country in turnovers per game at just 12 a night for CU. So credit Shawnee State there.
Well, their intensity is a little more than ours right now. We're not matching that. And I tell you, on the defensive end for Campbellsville, Elsie is just picking us apart, making some difficult passes, but there are some passing lanes, and she's able to get the ball where it needs to go, and that's why the Shawnee State team has a 3-point lead.
Holland the basketball. That's Marnay Holland out now to Nelson Elias and on around. Elsie has it left side. 12 to shoot. Johnson walked. She changed her pivot, I believe.
Yeah, she did, and she knows it. Yeah, she was my bad. But, yeah, just took off walking there, and it was a good pickup by the official. Campbellsville here with an opportunity. That's only the 7th turnover here. Campbellsville's normally having teams in double digits already at this point in the game.
Well, Shawnee State takes pretty good care of the basketball themselves. Pedigo needs some help here. Searching, ball gets knocked out of bounds by Shawnee State. It'll stay with Campbellsville. Right at about the time Pritchett flashed and Pedigo tried to throw it to her. Shawnee State knocked it out of play. And here we're going to have a foul as Holland closes in quickly. That's going to be Marnay Holland. Her first on Shawnee State in the period. Pedigo comes out front here to Bertram. Bertram works right side. Bounces, has Pritchett out top. Lee open. 3 on the way for Lauren Lee. Bang, we're tied, 27 all.
Big 3, Lauren Lee right there. She doesn't shoot that many of them, but if she can hit them at strategic times, this team's going to be tough to beat.
Lee over 40% on the year from deep. Elsie holds it, has Murphy inside. Murphy may have taken an extra step. Shot no good. Pritchett grabs the rebound. Pedigo sprints ahead. Sutton left side into the corner now. Bertram hand down, 3 on the way. Bang! The Lady Tigers with back-to-back. Edward Jones.
Yeah, quick transition there. Good. Sutton actually had the shot, but Bert had a better look. So credit to Sarah for finding the opening.
Campbellsville trailed 27-21. They've scored 9 straight, all from deep. They lead by 3. Holland pitches it out. Murphy catches it, and Sutton on the closeout with the foul. Couldn't blame Sarah there. She thought she might have a steal as that ball was kind of right there within her grasp. Just couldn't get the left hand on it. 2.5 minutes to play in the half. Campbellsville by 3 points. Murphy didn't get back in. The official said her heel was out of bounds. It wasn't that she didn't establish. She said that her heel was out whenever she caught it. So I think Coach Burrows was arguing that the Lady Tigers may have done that earlier. 30-27, CU can add to its lead. Maddie Boyle back in for Campbellsville. Campbellsville will go small right now. Boyle off the wing into the corner now. Pedigo. Lee backs away. Bertram straight away won't shoot it. Bertram going to throw one up off the left block. What do we got here? And they're going to call an offensive foul. Was it offensive?
No, they called block.
It looked like Shawnee State started to celebrate, so I thought. So it is on LZ, as Benji mentioned, a block there underneath. 2 on Shawnee. Cam LZ picks up her first, and Elizabeth Bertram at the nail for the Lady Tigers. 31-27 after Bert sinks the first. And the second good for Bertram also. 5 points, the Lady Tiger advantage. Elsie brings it ahead, pressured by Campbellsville. Able to navigate her way around a few defenders, and Bertram going to pick up the foul call here. That's going to send Elsie to the free throw line, and that's not what you want if you're a Lady Tiger fan. Campbellsville's tried the pressure and speed up Elsie. She is not obliged thus far. She has been terrific with the basketball in her hands. Free throw here is good. 32-28, just over 2 minutes to play in the half.
She's almost 81% free throw shooter on the year, averaging 15 points in 33 minutes of action. But, man, she has dished out some dimes today.
One more coming here for Cam Elsie. Transfer from UNLV. That free throw is good.
Running Rebels.
Running Rebels. She actually, Coach Nickel recruited her and Holland are kind of those 2 holdovers from Coach Nickel's tenure, and they are terrific. She gets a pair, 32-29. The Lady Tigers have it once again. Wilkes back in for CU. Pritchett holds. Back out to Boyle. Boyle off the screen, leaves it with Lee. Right side, Boyle wants Wilkes, can't get it to her. Now Pettigo being chased, needs some help. 7 to shoot. Pettigo feeds Wilkes. Wilkes gathers, goes up, and good for Caitlin Wilkes.
Yeah, good strong move. I thought there was a little contact there, but I think their feet got tangled, and that's why Nelson Elias fell down.
Murphy works around Pettigo on the dribble. Inside, runs into a pair of Lady Tigers. Steps called again on Shawnee State. I think the contact caused that one. And Campbellsville will get it back with 80 seconds to play in the half. 34-29 the score. This is a period, Benji, it feels like maybe the Lady Tigers can start to grab control maybe. Lee left side to Pritchett. Out front. Pritchett again, gets the screen from Wilkes. She's cut off by Holland, the help defender. Boyle won't shoot it. Into the corner, Pettigo going to go underneath. Reverse, good for Bailey. Pettigo driving the inline.
Nice. I thought she was going to settle for that mid-range jumper, but it kind of opened up and allowed her to come in there and get that reverse layup.
7 points, the lead for CU. I believe the largest lead of the day for the Lady Tigers. Here is Markayla Holland, has it knocked away. Lee comes out of there with it. Lauren Lee to the front court, working, stopping, out. Boyle can't shoot it. She decks it. Here is Pritchett. Wanted Wilkes, not there. The Lady Tigers will now be more patient and get a good look. Lee driving in. Has Pettigo, extra pass. Boyle right side, triple, hard rebound. Wilkes going to go back up with the basketball. Off the window, good.
Second chance points are only the second offensive rebound for the Lady Tigers here in this first half.
See if Campbellsville can close the half with a stop. They lead it by 9, 38-29. Backing away is Elsie. She needs some help. Has Murphy. 5 seconds. Murphy inside throws up a shot. No good. Pettigo is dragged to the ground, and then Murphy steps on her. And boy, oh boy. Ginger High call, but not happy with that. Well, she thought Murphy's step may have been intentional, and Coach Burrows is barking. And boy, oh boy, let's get out of here while we can. Wow. Campbellsville, the advantage going to the locker room. Neither coach happy. 38-29 your score. You're following the Lady Tigers on the Campbellsville University Sports Network.
Jason, let's go see your room.
How was it? Is it good?
What if you could feel in control of your retirement in just a few clicks? At aceyourretirement.org, you can. Start with a free 3-minute chat with Avo, your friendly digital retirement coach. Just answer some simple questions like, how do you feel about your ability to save for retirement? Or in how many years do you want to retire? To get free action items customized just for you, get your retirement back on track at aceyourretirement.org.
Last week, Brandon met a girl on a dating app. One day after work, he finally found the courage to ask her out. No answer. He started to panic. Was he being too pushy? Maybe it was too...
Hey, sorry I didn't respond. I was driving. I would love to go on a date. How does tonight sound?
Brandon tried to play it cool, but inside he knew. A girl so smart, so responsible. She must be a keeper.
.28-29 our score here at halftime. Matt Payton and Benji Kelly courtside at Donald Wise Court in the Powell Athletic Center. The Lady Tigers leading here by 9 points. Benji, it was a 27-21 ball game. The Lady Tigers sprint to close out the first half and have themselves the 9-point advantage. It was a 17-2 run to end the first half. 3 made Edward Jones threes in there as Campbellsville, man, they kind of took off in a hurry.
Oh, well, they did. It's down 27-21, 4 minutes and 30 seconds to go. And what they started doing is they picked up on their defensive end. They limited them to one possession, had a few steals, a few turnovers, and was able to convert from deep down there. And as a result, we've got a 9-point lead here at halftime. So, man, that was a scrappy, little sloppy first half, but I think that's how Shawnee wants to play it. And they're really good. LZ has really impressed me here this evening.
Campbellsville finishes 46.7% from the field. They were 14 of 30. They were 4 of 13 from long range, 30.8%, and perfect at the free throw line, 6 of 6 for Shawnee State. They finished 39.3% overall from the floor. They were 11 of 28, 0 of 2 from long range, and they also were perfect at the free throw line, 7 of 7 there in the first half. Campbellsville gets a team-high 9 points from Lauren Lee. Lee was 3 of 5 from the field. She hit an Edward Jones 3 for Campbellsville. They got 8 points from Caitlin Wilkes, who was 3 of 3 from the floor, 2 of 2 at the free throw line there in the first half. 6 from Courtney Pritchett. Pritchett finishing with 6 points on 3 of 4 shooting. She had 3 rebounds, 5 assists there in the first half for the Lady Tigers. They get 5 each from Bailey Pettigo and Elizabeth Bertram. Pettigo with 3 dimes for Campbellsville. She also hit an Edward Jones 3-point field goal. Bertram, as I mentioned, with her 5 points, and Edward Jones 3 as well. 3 from Sarah Sutton, and that coming from beyond the arc. 3 rebounds for Sutton in the first half to go with an assist and a steal, and 2 points for Kayla Luby to round out the scoring for the Lady Tigers. Maddie Boyle and Maddie Nally both seeing time, failing to score for Campbellsville. For Shawnee State, they go just 7 deep in the first half. They get 11 points from Marnay Holland out of the starting lineup. Holland with 3 rebounds, 5 of 7 from the field. 8 points from Jada Johnson, who chipped in 3 boards in the first half. 4 points from Tanisha Murphy. 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals for Murphy there in the first frame. And Cam Elzy had 2 out of the starting lineup. She had 6 assists for Shawnee State, 2 each for Alira Nelson Elias and Karima Nix from Shawnee State off the bench. And rebounding, Campbellsville out-rebounded 14-12. The difference coming on the offensive end, 2 extra offensive rebounds for Shawnee State, as the Lady Tigers finished with 12 assists, 4 steals, and 7 turnovers. So we talked about the turnovers at one point for the Lady Tigers. From that point on, they did not turn it over the remainder of the first half, and they forced 4 on Shawnee State. They went from 6 to 10, 9 assists, 5 steals, 10 turnovers on the Bears. So the Lady Tigers started to maybe turn up the intensity a bit, get after Shawnee State, and it led to points. It led to a big run there to close out the first frame.
Yeah, and it's what you're used to seeing this Lady Tiger team. So it took them almost 16 minutes before they really kind of got in their groove on the defensive end, creating turnovers, buckets on the other end. But not only that, extra opportunities. That's when we got our 2 offensive rebounds. You saw Caitlin Wilkes kind of put on a show there where she's perfect here from the floor, 3 of 3 from the field and 2 of 2 from the free throw line. So that type of intensity is what this Lady Tiger team needs to bring, because the first 16 minutes, that intensity was on the Shawnee State side.
Taking a look at the enhanced scoring numbers in the first half, points in the paint, Shawnee State with a 2-point advantage, 16-14, off turnovers 13-10 in favor of the Lady Tigers. Second chance points 6-2 in favor of Shawnee State, and bench points 10-4 in favor of Campbellsville University. The score was tied twice. The lead changed hands 7 times in what was a back and forth affair there in the first half. Shawnee State's largest lead, 6 points. We mentioned it coming midway or so through that second quarter. They led 27-21, and that was the point in which the Lady Tigers would flip the script for the remainder of the half, and they lead by 9, which is the largest advantage for Campbellsville University here as we are at halftime. We will step away here and we'll come back shortly. We'll take a look at some of maybe the other scores around the Mid-South Conference and get you updated on that. The Tigers coming your way at 3 o'clock as they'll battle Shawnee State. Those two teams out on the court getting some warm-up tosses in as we speak. At halftime, our score 38-29. The Lady Tigers lead Shawnee State. You're following Lady Tiger basketball on the Campbellsville University Sports Network.
When I got the opportunity to get her, there wasn't no choice. I told myself, I'm going to take custody of my daughter. It's my baby. That's what we're supposed to do as men. Take care of our home, build a foundation, you know what I'm saying? Love, our money, she's my purpose. I'm here to walk with her, hold her hand until she can walk alone. Ain't nothing like being a father in this world.
Hey, Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Can birds draw pictures?
I don't have an answer for that.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Never gonna let you go. Never gonna let you.
Worried about your friend, but don't know how to reach out?
You could say, how are you, or get a fake tattoo. You could ask with an app if it works for you. You could chat with them in VR. It's all good if you think you should check in. Yeah, you should.
Whatever gets you talking.
Reach out to a friend about their mental health.
Whatever gets you talking.
Learn how you can help at seizetheawkward.org.
What if you could feel in control of your retirement in just a few clicks? At aceyourretirement.org, you can. Start with a free 3-minute chat with Avo, your friendly digital retirement coach. Just answer some simple questions like, how do you feel about your ability to save for retirement? Or in how many years do you want to retire? To get free action items customized just for you, get your retirement back on track at aceyourretirement.org.
When you look at the number of disasters in the U.S., chances are every area will deal with some kind of emergency in the next decade. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
The family's visit to the forest inspired a beautiful question. Mother, mother, am I a tree? You tell me to stand tall. You tell me to stay rooted. I think I am a tree. My child, of course you are. But what kind of tree will you be? The kind to hug or the kind to climb? Doesn't matter what you choose, so long as you choose to be a tree that's kind.
Make the forest part of your story at a park near you. Find one at discovertheforest.org.
As a dad, every day is a challenge. To make sure that the time that I have, I spend with them. It doesn't matter how tired you are, you have to try and to teach them. When they learn something new, and you can just see in their faces, it's such an incredible moment. It's those moments that are my favorite.
If you love them enough to relearn math so you can teach them math, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're correctly buckled in the back seat.
Jason, let's go see your room.
Last week, Brandon met a girl on a dating app. One day after work, he finally found the courage to ask her out. No answer. He started to panic. Was he being too pushy? Maybe it was too...
Hey, sorry I didn't respond. I was driving. I would love to go on a date. How does tonight sound?
Brandon tried to play it cool, but inside he knew a girl so smart, so responsible, she must be a keeper.
Our score here at halftime. We're about 90 seconds away from getting the second half underway, and Benji, that first half kind of ended in a flurry there and got tied up. I thought maybe Bailey Pettigo would have a shot at a rebound, and she and Murphy kind of get tangled up a bit there. And Bailey may have gotten kicked this week.
She got stepped on and kicked and pulled down, and
rough go there for...
And see, this official, he's going back, so he's watching the ball. That needs to be the lead official picking that up. I mean, there was quite a bit of contact there.
Yeah, it looked like Campbellsville might have had a few seconds to extend, just couldn't quite come up with that loose ball quickly enough here as the clock is down under a minute and the two teams getting some final instructions. Actually, Campbellsville out on the court. Ginger High-Colvin will walk over and talk to her point guard, Lauren Lee. I mentioned there when we went to break that we'd come back and talk about some of the scores
they're all
from
in the
Mid-South
Central Time
Conference,
Zone.
so we won't do that. They're all getting ready to tip off in about the next 10 minutes or so. Pikeville down in Florida, they'll take on Warner today. Of course, that's non-conference action, but that game not slated to tip off until 4 o'clock Eastern. So the rest of the games, Thomas More at Bethel, Wilberforce at Freed Hardeman, Cumberland's at Cumberland U, and Georgetown at UT Southern. From Thursday night, Georgetown, Cumberland's, Bethel, Thomas More, and Shawnee State were all winners on Thursday in league play. Shawnee State knocking off Lindsey Wilson College. Shawnee State lost 5 straight to open their conference schedule before getting a couple of wins, and they seem to be playing better here. Lee gets around the screen there of Pritchett and had it knocked out of bounds at the last second. Looked like Lauren Lee for a moment might have an easy lay-in. Third quarter here in the Powell Center. Pettigo in the corner right in front of the Lady Tiger bench as they go left to right in the second half. Pritchett 3 on the way. That is hard. Rebound long out to Wilkes. Lauren Lee thought about it, finds Pettigo. There's Pritchett, and now the entry. Wilkes quickly off the window, no good. Elsie claims the rebound, and here comes Shawnee State. Elsie left side, feeds one down low for Holland, who has to kind of save it, tap it to herself, save it, pitches it out to her sister Markayla Holland. Now she's on the drive and leaves it with Murphy inside. Marnay Holland is fouled by Caitlin Wilkes.
Little body bump there by Wilkes as she was coming across the lane. Her first here on the evening, or the afternoon.
First on the Lady Tigers as well in this third quarter. Elsie left side. Holland, that's Markayla Holland, going to drive in line. Finds Johnson, jumper from about 8 feet, no good. Boyle, the rebound. Boyle has to rip it away and lost the handle. It goes out of bounds. Maddie Boyle trying to keep it free. And there were 3 Shawnee State Bears around her. May have panicked a bit, took her eye off of it, and drilled it right out of play.
Yeah, it's frustrating, and she knows it. I mean, you had 3 people around you, and she's trying to get out and just a little hurried up there, and as a result, dropped it off of her foot. So
Elsie out front, waits, Lee there to defend. Working around Boyle now, backs away, a little crossover, driving. Shot over the top of Wilkes is no good, and Johnson comes across to knock it away from Pettigo and get the lay-in.
Yeah, that's it. El's extra chance, second chance points. You just can't let this team stick around like that.
Left side, Boyle On up top, this is Pedigo. Open, won't shoot it. She'll drive out. Shooter here. Boyle, left side, 3 on the way. That is hard. And the rebound comes out long. Markayla Holland just couldn't find it. And Pedigo able to corral it. Wilkes and Boyle down there. Boyle saves it, but couldn't get it to Wilkes, and it goes out of bounds on the end line. So the Lady Tigers unable to get a second chance look of their own that trip. 38-31 the score. Elsie walks it ahead. I'm not sure Elsie's been out of this ball game.
She has not played full 20 minutes.
Left side, Marnay Holland, it was Murphy and Marnay Holland both playing the entire first half as well. Here inside, shot by Holland, no good. Pedigo shields off 2 would-be rebounders for Shawnee State. Lets it go out of play, and with 7:57 to play in the third quarter, Campbellsville has it back. Lauren Lee in the logo at midcourt. Works right side off the Pritchett screen. They go back to Pritchett straight away. 3 on the way. That is hard. Rebound batted and going to go out of bounds. Wilkes and Nelson Elias actually there before it goes out of play. And the arrow will go to Shawnee State here. Alira Nelson Elias in the lineup. Not a member of the starting lineup. They take Markayla Holland out. Out front, Elsie on around Murphy. Elsie again. Lee pressures. Cross-court pass to Murphy. She runs into Boyle, and Boyle's going to be called for the foul here. 2 on Maddie Boyle, 2 on the Lady Tigers in the half. 38-31 remains our score. The Lady Tigers have yet to tally a point in the second half.
Yeah, this second half's kind of starting like the first half did, Matt. Just not the intensity there that we saw.
Ball knocked away from behind. We're going to have a foul called on Campbellsville. Maddie Boyle is going to pick up her 3rd.
I see on a call like that, he's coming all the way across the court. You got to trust your partner there on the other side to be able to see that, and she held her whistle. So
7:16 to play in the third quarter. Boyle checks out. Bertram in for Campbellsville. Johnson rolling to the rim, off balance, may have rushed that a bit. Campbellsville the rebound. Wilkes ahead to Lee. Has Bertram left side, 3 on the way. Bang! Elizabeth Bertram with an Edward Jones triple.
Yeah, there's the spark we needed here to start this second half. Bird off the bench. Textbook transition. Penetration kick out. Easy 3.
Murphy inside to Holland, back out. Now Murphy again off the wing, 3 on the way. Hard rebound, Bertram for Campbellsville. Burt does a nice job. She knew that trap was coming. And sprinting ahead now is Lauren Lee. Works away from Holland. 2 defenders there. Now Lee going to be fouled by Murphy. And Tanisha Murphy picks up her 2nd, first on Shawnee State in the half. Jada Johnson will check out as Karima Nix back in. Campbellsville leads by 10, 41-31. Pedigo out front now. Lee back to Pedigo in the short corner. The entry looking for Wilkes. Double team there. Wilkes is fouled underneath by Shawnee State and Karima Nix. 3 on Nix, so that might start to shorten the bench for Coach, or I should say lengthen the bench should fouls become an issue. They've only went
shorten her stay in the game.
That out top here. Lee has Bertram. Burt needed about a split second more to shoot that. Lee will. Left side 3. No good. Rebound to Nix. Elsie to the front court. Greeted by Bertram at the 3-point line and backs away. Leaves it momentarily, gets it back. They go to Murphy. Now skip pass. This is Nelson Elias. Jumper from Nix is no good. Ball batted, and the rebound shot no good from Nelson Elias. Nix has it, has Murphy, and back out top. They'll set it up. Shawnee State still on the offensive end here. Less than 6 minutes to play in the third quarter. Elsie, left side, working around Bertram. Lost the handle as they run into one another. Pritchett picks it up. Campbellsville can run. Lee, 1 dribble, bounces to Pritchett now. Entry, Wilkes between 2 defenders is fouled. We'll see if this is on Nix. It's not. It's on Alira Nelson Elias. That is her first 3 on Shawnee State. Caitlin Wilkes will go back to the free throw line here. 5:37 to play in the third quarter. Free throw for Wilkes is hard off the back of the iron. One more coming for Wilkes, and that one is well off the mark, left side. Wilkes hit 2 in the first half, misses 2 here. 41-31. Campbellsville the lead by 10 points. Out top, Nix with a basketball to Holland. Nix again. This is Elsie. Feeds one down low, too far as Nelson Elias spills to the floor out of bounds. It will go to Campbellsville now. Markayla Holland back in. Alira Nelson Elias will check out. 5:16 to play. Third quarter. Lauren Lee left side. She has Bertram. Holds it momentarily. Back to Lee. Now Burt again in the corner. Short corner. Pritchett feeds it Wilkes. Out. Open shooter. Bertram 3. That is no good. Rebound to Pritchett for Campbellsville. Pritchett thought about it. Instead out top Lee. She thought about it. Now Bertram off the elbow. Feeds it inside to Wilkes. Triple team for a moment. Pedigo. Baseline J. That is strong. And the rebound to Marnay Holland.
Good looks there for the Lady Tigers. Just didn't fall. But, man, they're triple team and quadruple teaming Wilkes down low.
Really packing it down inside, forcing Wilkes to give it up. Elsie, right side, Murphy, 15 to shoot. And we've got a whistle here, a timeout by Coach Burrows as he is unhappy with Shawnee State's half-court execution. This becomes a media stoppage. 4.5 minutes to play in the third quarter. 41-31. The Lady Tigers lead it here on the Campbellsville University Sports Network. Campbellsville advantage as we've got about 14.5 minutes to play in this one. Third quarter, Campbellsville leads it. Lady Tigers and Shawnee State have not gotten much done in this third quarter, Benji. Just a 3-2 output here.
Yeah,
we played over the half the period.
It's some sloppy basketball on both ends for both teams. There's no flow to it. But once again, I think this is the type of basketball that Shawnee wants to play. And Campbellsville's struggling with it.
Nix inside has it knocked away from behind. And it will stay with Shawnee State as the official underneath asks for a little help. And this will bring us to another media timeout. Boy, I hate these rules.
Yeah, they're different on both.
Well, on the women's side, you've got that floating one in the first and third quarter, I guess. I still haven't quite figured it all the way out. But it's just, why do you need, in the men's, you've got two.
You get the under 12 and under 6.
Yeah, why do you have to have a third on the women's side? They did it to speed up the game. I'm not sure that that's what they accomplished or not. Maybe they did, but I'm all for that. We talked about my OCD on that conference schedule earlier. The uniformity would go a long way as well on these sides as the Lady Tigers off to our right here, huddled up around Ginger High Colvin. Campbellsville back in action on Thursday the 22nd. Miami Hamilton will visit the Powell Athletic Center. That is a late add. The Lady Tigers, for a large portion of this first semester, thought that they were just going to have 27 games. Finally, Ginger High Colvin gets the matchup with Miami Hamilton here at home on the 22nd. Then they'll head to Florida, take on Florida Memorial and St. Thomas. And in between there, right after the Christmas holiday, they'll have that
scrimmage.
It's basically a scrimmage with UK in Lexington.
Yeah, closed door scrimmage, but they've done that, this
4 or 5 years.
Yeah, so
Elsie hands it here to Holland gets it back, and steps called on Elsie there. She kind of ran into Lee trying to get a little space, shuffled the feet a bit. And the turnover on Shawnee State gives it back to Campbellsville. 41-31 remains the score. Sarah Sutton in the lineup for CU. Right side, Pritchett. And they sag off. 3 on the way. Bang! Courtney Pritchett knows what to do with that much space.
You can't leave her open. She can knock it down from out there.
If Courtney Pritchett, if there's one fault to her game, it's sometimes that maybe she's too unselfish.
That's exactly right.
I am fine with her shooting the basketball
Absolutely.
15 times a night.
That's not her style.
Sutton, open left side, triple, bang! The Lady Tigers with back-to-back Edward Jones threes, and Coach Burrows needs to talk about it again.
Yeah, there we go.
The energy here in the POW. And it's funny how the Edward Jones 3-ball can do that to a team, Benji Kelly.
Well, you get in a little run there, and that's Pritchett hits the 3, then she makes the pass to an open Sutton for 3. So Campbellsville here only knocking down 3s here in this third quarter, which they've extended that lead to 16. So great little minute of basketball right there off that media timeout.
Campbellsville 7 of 21 today from long range. They have struggled a bit shooting, especially based on their season averages. They're about 38.5% from deep on the season. From beyond the arc, they're third in the country in three-point percentage entering today. That number's dipped a bit. Their field goal percentage number is about 10 percentage points lower than what it typically is. But again, as Benji mentioned, credit Shawnee State, this long athletic lineup that Coach Burrows has left out there for most of the day. Here inside, Elsie sets up an easy lay-in for Holland.
Yeah, it's another assist by Elsie. It's a good pickup for Shawnee State to transfer from. That's illegal.
Yep. And Lee is bumped out front by Murphy.
I thought they were going to get Pritchett there on an illegal screen.
So Coach Burrows asking what the infraction was. Lee to inbound to Pritchett here, holds it. 3:15 to go. Lee working right wing, defended by Holland. Now Lee needs some help, has Sutton. 9 to shoot, baseline. Bertram thought about a little step-back jumper. Instead, they go out top, open, Sutton, 3, bang! Sarah Sutton again, and Edward Jones 3-ball.
Yeah, her third triple of the evening. Sarah Sutton with the shot clock running down.
50-33, Elsie left side. Markayla Holland going to try the answer. That is strong. Rebound is loose. I got shielded. Bailey
That's on
went
Murphy.
to the table. And,
Tanisha Murphy.
This will be 4 on Murphy. I have to have a conversation with Bailey. She's excited and stood up right in front of me there.
As you would expect a teammate to do.
Yeah.
Cheering her team on.
That foul on Murphy is her 4th. I don't know if I gave that to somebody on the Lady Tiger. I may have given that to Bailey. I'm over here running my mouth about her. That's the 5th on Shawnee State, so it will send Sarah Sutton to the free throw line here for the Lady Tigers. And that free throw for Sutton
puts her in double digits, leading score of the game.
Now in double figures
for the Lady Tigers.
Second free throw good as well. Sutton with 11. 52-33 the score. Campbellsville up by 19. Elsie inside. This is one. It's a baseline jumper from Arne Holland. That is good. She is just smooth down there.
Wow. Elsie with her 8th assist already here this evening.
Lee leaves it out for Pettigo. Pettigo goes left side to Sutton. Entry to Luby. Needs some help. It is Bertram, and 3 seconds called on Luby. Right at the time she let that pass go out to Bertram, the whistle sounded. 52-35 the score. Campbellsville struggled to start this third quarter, but they've gotten rolling here in the last few moments. Now up to 14 points in this third period. Just over 2:15 to play now in the quarter. Out front, Elsie working against Bertram. Gets the screen into the corner. Markayla Holland can't shoot it. Now drives, throws up a runner that is good. A little underhanded runner for Markayla Holland is good.
Wow.
52-37 the count. 2 minutes to play. Third quarter. Pettigo back out. Left side, Sutton. Open. 3. Bang! Sarah Sutton, have yourself an afternoon, young lady.
She can feel it. She can feel it, and when she can feel it, Matt, watch out.
Yeah, it's an easy offense for her.
Yeah. Here's another kickback. You see it.
Lee going to push, looking for Sutton, who's driving off glass, no good. Pedigo and Nelson Elias tied up in there.
Sarah was too close to the basket. That's why she missed that.
We need to back up about what, 17 feet.
17, 18 feet, yeah.
And the arrow, I never saw the signal, Benji. I think it stays with Campbellsville.
Should, yeah.
Selena Eisenhart going to check in, 5'8" junior guard from Edinburgh, Scotland. Your neck of the woods over there.
Yeah, I've been there. Actually, right before COVID. Nice, beautiful city.
Bertram off the inbounds from Lee. I thought the southpaw was going to hoist it. Changed her mind. Now over the top looking for Luby. Couldn't quite find her as it got knocked away. Pedigo knocks one out of bounds here as Eisenhart came up with it. Eisenhart played at Murray State College.
Yes.
I had never heard of Murray State College, but I'm sure you being from Murray, that has to come up a few times.
It does. Murray State, being from Scotland, but yeah, it's rare. Murray State University, and actually I think they have a partnership together, if I'm not mistaken.
Driving in here.
An academic partnership.
I think this one may have been the junior college in Oklahoma. I think there's multiple Murray State colleges. Yeah, so there's because it looked like she had the player page on there. Turnover on Shawnee State. Back to work here of the Lady Tigers as Maddie Boyle re-enters. Lauren Lee will check out. 55-37 your score. Campbellsville has opened it up a bit thanks to the long ball. Luby going to go up off glass, no good. Holland, nice defense down inside, gets the rebound. Elsie the other way now for Shawnee State. Goes long, far side. Eisenhart in rhythm, long two, good for Selena Eisenhart.
That's a pretty shot right there. High arching.
Out to Sutton, open three. A little heat check perhaps. That one's off the mark. Bertram the rebound, needs some help. She's fouled as Nelson Elias kind of draped over the arms of Bertram as she was trying to pitch that ball down inside. This will send Bert to the free throw line. That's 2 fouls on Alira Nelson Elias. 55-39 the score. Campbellsville's largest lead, I believe, was 19. Free throw here for Bert is good. Averaging 10.5 points on the season is Bertram. She's up to 9 now, and she's in double figures, joining Sarah Sutton. Pritchett and Lauren Lee both have 9 points. Elsie on the dribble, creates some space, and what do we got? Offensive foul. She runs over Maddie Boyle. Nice job there by Boyle. And that foul on Elsie is her second. Left side, Sutton defended by Eisenhart. Back out to Pedigo. 13 seconds left in this third quarter. Sutton on the dribble, looking, rolling. Look, wanted Luby. There's too much on it. Jada Johnson comes out of there with it. 5 seconds. Elsie and the Bears will have to hurry. Left side has Eisenhart. Sutton flies out, got a hand on it, and that's where the third quarter will come to a close. The Lady Tigers will head to the fourth quarter with an 18-point advantage, 57-39. You're following the Lady Tigers on the Campbellsville University Sports Network.
Jason, let's go see your room.
How is it? Is it good?
57-39 your score as we head to the fourth quarter. Matt Payton, Benji Kelly at the Powell Center in Campbellsville. The Lady Tigers leading by 18 points, looking for win number 11. And the long ball there in the third quarter got Campbellsville rolling. Sarah Sutton doing her part. Benji Kelly, she leads the Lady Tigers in scoring. Today she's hit 4. Edward Jones, 3-point field goal. She has a team high, 14 points, and it's been a work in progress for her to get her back to this stage, but seeing her shoot the ball with that much confidence is awfully, awfully fun if you're a fan of the maroon and gray.
Yeah, we've seen it so many times, especially last year. She got on a run, and when she gets hot like that, she is one of the most deadliest shooters that has probably come through this program.
Left side, Bertram holds. Eisenhart defends. They'll come out top, wide open. Pritchett, three. Bang! Courtney Pritchett again from deep.
And speaking of a deadly three-point shooter, Courtney Pritchett you can put her in that category as well.
Dozen today for Pritchett. Johnson going to throw up.
Nice move.
A shot here that is good. Pritchett closing in as Holland is upset, and she's barking at the official. And I'm not sure exactly. Usually don't see that in-game player and official stop to conversate. But Pritchett with 12 points today is 873 in her career. She creeps closer to 900, and hopefully this season will surpass 1,000. Boyle out of the wing left side, comes back to Pettigo near side. Free throw line. Luby hands it back. Pritchett on the dribble. This is Pettigo in the corner. Now the entry. Luby out. Boyle open. Three. That is off the mark to the right side. Holland the rebound. Marnay Holland ahead here to Elsie. In the corner, Eisenhart. A rhythm triple. No good. Rebound long. Luby able to grab it between defenders. Or Bears, I should say. Pettigo. Left side of the lane. Dribbled it right off her leg, I believe. 8:35 to play. Campbellsville leads by 19 points, 60-41. Shawnee State averages about 66.5 points per ball game. So the Lady Tigers have really held them down today. Jada Johnson, a baseline jumper, and as I say that, she scores two more.
Well, Shawnee State's, they've got these mid-range jumpers down pat. They've hit several of them this afternoon.
Pettigo underneath, wants Luby, and Elsie read it, steals it. Shawnee State back to the offensive end. Bertram going to be called for the foul here. She closes in on Elsie. That'll be the third on Bert. First on the Lady Tigers in the period. Lauren Lee and Caitlin Wilkes will check back in. Luby and Pettigo will exit. The whole Pettigo clan here today.
Yeah. I believe some of them are going to be making that trip next week down to Florida. Several parents, I think, will be.
Well, that's always a fun time.
Oh, yeah, it is.
It's a little tough around the holidays, but nice to get away and enjoy the sunshine. Elsie, a three-point shot, no good. Rebound to Pritchett, long ahead, has Bertram. Bertram, left block, off glass, no good. Wilkes, the rebound, the stick back won't go, and the rebound now to Jada Johnson. Elsie between the circles. Backs away as Boyle hangs out right there with her, and now we've got a timeout. It looks like maybe Alira Nelson Eliason lost an eye. Contact popped out. She's going to try to get that taken care of. Got to be frustrating as a player. You know, you rely on those, and one of them
they can pop out
for
fairly easy. I remember once year we all laying down on the floor trying to see if we could find
one. Elsie inside had Eisenhart, couldn't catch it cleanly, and Pritchett grabs it for CU. 60-43. Pritchett ahead, has Bertram. Wilkes spinning out to Boyle. Now Lee, top of the key jumper, good for Lauren Lee.
Good ball movement, good transition offense there by the Lady Tigers. Find an open lead from about the top of the key.
62-43. Johnson underneath. Pitches one back out. Holland, that's Markayla Holland. On around Eisenhart. Marnay Holland circles. Spins. Going to drive in. Throws up a runner that is good with the right hand.
They've got a lot of points in the paint here this evening. 26 points in the paint to Campbellsville's 14.
Bertram to Boyle. Right side. Pritchett decks it. Back out. Boyle again. Lee on the left wing. They want Wilkes. Get it to her. Double team comes. Boyle's open. Now it's Pritchett left side. Triple. Bang! Courtney Pritchett again with an Edward Jones triple.
Yeah, good pass there by Maddie Boyle. Maddie struggled a little bit from the field tonight, but she knows to get the ball to the one who can knock it down.
Elsie inside. Across the lane. Throws it away. Bertram to the other end. She's got numbers. Bertram left side. Hands it to Lee. Off the window. No good. And the rebound taken in by Markayla Holland. 65-45, largest lead of the day coming off that Courtney Pritchett three. She is now Campbellsville's leading scorer with 15 points. Markayla Holland looking into the corner. This is Johnson. Contested three over Wilkes is good. Wilkes just a whisker late getting out. Jada Johnson 0 of 2 on the season from long range, so I'm not sure the scouting report said close out too strongly. Today's basketball, though, Benji, everybody's capable of hitting one at some point.
That's right.
Bertram out top. Driving is Pritchett back out to Boyle. 13 to shoot. Pritchett needs some help. Inside has Wilkes, who lobs one back out. Bert's going to have to catch it. 6 seconds. Lee. Extra pass. Corner. Pritchett. Three. Just short. And Eisenhart the rebound for Shawnee State. 65-48. The score. Elsie to Johnson again. Three from Jada Johnson.
Wow.
How about that?
Back to back.
Jada Johnson, not known for her outside shooting. She's hit a couple here in this fourth quarter, last few trips. 65-51 the score. Boyle right side. Lee holds it. Working on the dribble. On around. Pritchett to Boyle. Now Bertram. Boyle again. Lee straight away. Right side. Pritchett driving in. Behind the back. Feeds one down inside. It's poked away. Wilkes with 5 seconds. And not sure what was said there, but one of the players for Shawnee State said something that quickly drew comments from an official. The turnover will go against Campbellsville. It looked like Wilkes may have shuffled down in there, Benji. I was kind of straight line.
Yeah, she did.
And this will bring us to immediate stoppage with 4:40 to play in the ball game. 65-51 the score. The Lady Tigers lead by 14. You're following the Lady Tigers on the Campbellsville University Sports Network.
Worried about your friend but don't know how to reach out?
You could say, how are you, or get a fake tattoo. You could ask with an app if it works for you. You could chat with them in VR. It's so good. If you think you should check in, yeah, you should.
Whatever gets you talking.
Reach out to a friend about their mental health.
Whatever gets you talking.
Learn how you can help at seizetheawkward.org.
65-51, the Lady Tigers lead Shawnee State here in the Powell Athletic Center. Campbellsville wrapping up their first semester Mid-South Conference play here this afternoon. They are 4 minutes and 40 seconds away from moving to 8-0 in league play. That's perfect here in the first half of the season. They would be 11-0 overall. And today, 11 made Edward Jones threes for the Lady Tigers has certainly been the difference. Shawnee State and Campbellsville have made virtually the same number of field goals, but Campbellsville has 11 outside makes. Shawnee State just 2 of 9 from deep.
Yeah, and those last two possessions for Shawnee have been threes. So
Eisenhart going to try a three. That's around and out, no good. Rebound taken in by Johnson. Jada Johnson goes across the paint to Markayla Holland, out to Elsie. Left side, Elsie on the end line, goes underneath to, that's Eisenhart. She'll go up with a shot, no good. Pritchett the rebound, and she is fouled. That is on Marnay Holland. Two on Marnay Holland, and the first on Shawnee State in the period. Bertram back in here for CU. Lee to Boyle. Now Sutton off the wing. Back to Boyle. Inside Pritchett. Boyle cuts. Pritchett leaves it with her. Now left side open. Three. Sutton. Bang! Sutton again. A dozen makes from long range.
Wow. Good ball movement again for the Lady Tigers, and they just find the open Sutton in the wing.
68-51. Driving in. Markayla Holland. That's going to be a block on Courtney Pritchett. Pritchett picks up her second 2 on the Lady Tigers as a team, and Markayla Holland will go to the free throw line. (68-51). Free throw here is good for Holland. One more coming her way on the season. 66% at the line. Second free throw is good. She gets both. 68-53. Boyle off the right wing. Pritchett at the elbow. Out. Open. Sutton. Three. That is off the mark. Has gun. Will shoot. 68-53. It's pass inside to Markayla Holland. Rebound to Bertram on the miss. Bert needs some help. And long ahead has Sutton, who has Lee. Lee going to work right side. Bounces underneath. That is Boyle off the window. Good for two more. She gets the finish. Lauren Lee the find.
Yeah, good job, Lauren Lee there. Took an extra dribble to bring the defender to her. Was able to kick it to Boyle.
70-53. Marnay Holland shot no good. Rebound Sutton. The other way, and we've got a whistle here, and Coach Burrows and one of the officials having a conversation. Now, Benji, if you stop
I
like
stopped
that's
the whistle,
be a warning
or
tech,
something.
Right?
So
It
yeah,
has to be. We'll see if there's anything in the book here. Coach Burrows just obviously fighting for his team. 70-53. 3 minutes to play. Campbellsville with a 17-point advantage. Lauren Lee out top to Pritchett. Back to Lee inside. Lauren Lee the deuce, and Courtney Pritchett the dime.
Yeah, nice little backdoor give and go type play. Pritchett, her 7th assist on the night.
Inside Elsie throws up a shot. Late whistle here as she kind of almost stumbled into Pritchett. Oh, they're going to call that on Boyle. So maybe that's why she stumbled into Pritchett. So that's the 4th on Boyle. 3 on Campbellsville as a team. Elsie back to the line here for Shawnee State. Free throw on the way is good for Cam Elsie. 2:39 to go. One more coming her way. And this free throw is good. So Elsie gets both. 72-55 the score. Lauren Lee out to Sutton. Now Boyle. Left side Bertram. Bertram going to drive in, throws one up, underhanded, good for Elizabeth Bertram.
Yeah, she set that up with a ball fake, a pass fake, and the defense kind of reacted to it, and the baseline wide open for her.
Out top, Johnson going to work around right side, throws one up over Pritchett that is good.
Nice play.
74-57, just over 2 minutes to go here. Lee inside. Going to take a shot. The ball is nearly knocked away as she split defenders, and then Markayla Holland blocked it. Murphy into the corner. Out. Markayla Holland has Johnson. And now Jada Johnson going to take the pull-up jumper. That's no good. Long rebound out to Murphy, who runs into Lauren Lee, and we're going to have a blocking foul. Nope. Offensive foul called against Kanisha Murphy. That's it. 5 on Murphy. She'll check out. 2 on Shawnee State as a team. And for Murphy, she'll finish with 4 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists.
Lauren just actually got right outside of the restricted circle. She was pretty close there. I thought they were going to call her on a block, being that close to the restricted circle, but good job to hold her around there and take the charge.
Left side Bertram working against Nelson Elias. Pritchett ball fake driving in, and we've got a whistle here against Nix. Oh no, they call that on Marnay Holland. That's 3 on Holland. I thought Nix was going to be assessed that personal. Bertram going to check out. Campbellsville sends Bailey Pettigo back in with 1:36 to play. Lee to trigger it. Finds Boyle, back to Lee, skips it, right side. Pritchett won't shoot it. Pettigo looking inside, ball knocked out of bounds by Holland as she rejected the pass attempt. 13 on the shot clock here. Holland has given the Lady Tigers some fits, her defense today. Left side, Pedigo, 9 seconds. Bounces to Pritchett. Holds. Shovels it. Sutton steps up. 3 on the way. Bang! Sarah Sutton has 20 tonight.
Wow. Wow. That's all I can say, Matt.
57,
wow.
Sutton's new career high. And we got a foul underneath
on
here
Pedigo.
on Pedigo. That's her second.
Sarah
Sutton with 6 made Edward Jones threes in the ball game. 20 points to lead the way. Elsie gonna pitch it in. Needs some help. Out to Nelson Elias. Now Johnson again, wide open. Jada Johnson. She has had quite a ball game herself here.
That's a career high for Sutton.
Yes, Sutton's 20 is a career best. Jada Johnson has 25 points. She has been terrific. I knew she had stepped up and hit some big threes in the second half. Kind of a quiet 25. Johnson had 8 at halftime. So
and only averages 3 a game.
Yeah, I mean, she has really stepped up today for Coach Burrows and company, junior out of Nashville. Played at Motlow State there for a bit. Tigers have a couple of Motlow State guys on their team, as Jace Wallace and Jarius Key most recently, and then Darius Harding spent time at Motlow before he transferred to Northern Kentucky. I think at one point I was hoping DH was going to be here today. I haven't seen him yet. I know the Tigers were anxious to see him. They've not laid eyes on him since that surgery,
right.
But we'll touch on that during our men's game here with 61 seconds to play. Here the last little bit, the Lady Tigers have went with that small lineup, Benji. They've had
and that's kind of been a little bit of the difference
yeah.
maker, because it's forced Shawnee's bigs to kind of come out, and they just can't compete with our 3-point shooters.
Here's Pedigo racing ahead. Here comes the trap. She finds Boyle, who has to jump up to keep it, and now nice job by Maddie Boyle to sense some pressure, holds on to it, waits for Lee. They bounce high post to Pritchett, inside cutting is Boyle. She'll circle back out with it off the wing right side. Here is Pedigo driving inside. She needs help, and that's picked off by Elsie. And Elsie the other way. It's knocked out of bounds by Lauren Lee with 33 seconds on the clock here. 26 on the shot clock. Pritchett will check out. Lauren Lee will check out for Campbellsville. 77-60 the score. Lady Tigers going to pick up the win here today. Elsie to pitch it in. Has Nix, and Nix lost the handle right out of bounds with 30.8 seconds to play.
Well, Matt, it hasn't been pretty, but Campbellsville finally got that lead and was able to extend it, and this second half they've just been shooting lights out. So hard-fought game, and we knew it was going to be a scrappy game because that's how Shawnee likes to play, but this is a good victory headed into the non-conference schedule.
Sutton inside finds Louie. Not much room for the pass, maybe even less room to get the shot off, and the Lady Tigers come up with the bucket, and that will do it. There's about a second differential, so the Lady Tigers are going to have to do something, and Coach Burrows and Ginger High Colvin will exchange pleasantries there at midcourt, and the Lady Tigers pick up the win, 79-60, the final score. Campbellsville will improve to 11-0 overall. They move to 8-0 in Mid-South Conference play. Shawnee State falls to 5-10 on the season. They are now 2-7 in Mid-South Conference play. The Lady Tigers will be back in action against Miami Hamilton at 6 p.m. on Thursday here in the Powell Center. The Lady Tigers will have that one final game before the Christmas holiday, and then on the 29th and 30th down in Florida, the Lady Tigers will take on Florida Memorial and St. Thomas. As we're going to wait for the camera a bit here, as the head coach will don the headset in just a moment. The Tigers and Bears coming your way here in about 20 minutes or so, as they throw up 20 minutes on the clock. That'll actually have to go, I think, to about 27 minutes, as they won't start the game early, I don't believe. We'll double check on that. Sheldon, can you go in 20, or do you have to wait until 3? Can you go in 20, or are you going to wait till 3? 79-60, the final score. The Lady Tigers knocking off Shawnee State here. Matt Payton with the head coach, Ginger High. Colvin, Coach, you mentioned a couple of times that's the best team in the country with 9 losses. That is a really good Shawnee State club. And to their credit, they made things really I felt like you guys ended up getting rolling a bit. You hit some shots from deep, but they certainly made you work this afternoon.
Yeah, if they're in another conference, they've not got that many losses. I can promise you that. And they've played us close. They played Georgetown close. They played University of the Cumberland's close, and they played Thomas More close. So that's 4 teams that'll be national tournament teams. And then you've got Shawnee State with the guard transfer from UNLV. They're long, they're quick. They don't have a tremendous amount of depth, but he's got some kids that can come out and cause a lot of issues for you.
But and certainly a team in the second half of the season, they're probably going to pick off some folks.
I'm just glad they didn't pick anybody off.
They didn't pick anybody off here at home. And we'll start with Sarah Sutton, Coach. She is she's so fun to watch. Today I think it was as big as an ocean for her. It was get the ball, get it set, and get it out of your hands. And she finishes with a new career high, 20 points. She made 6 3-point field goals in this one today, and she was certainly fun to watch.
She's always fun to watch. And she only hit 1 the first half, right? Is that right?
Let's see.
I think she was 1 for 4 the first half, maybe.
1 for 4, you are
and
correct.
And then she hit 5 the second half, so that's a good second half to come out with. That's a good for me, when I played, that's a good year.
Yeah.
So that's a good second half for her to come out and hit those and give us a little bit of momentum. We had no momentum, and they just kind of took it from us. They came out and had a great play. The first play, we fell asleep, got a 3-point play, and from the bang, just got us on our heels, and we didn't respond as well as I wanted us to respond. And I understand it's Christmas break. I understand all that stuff, but Shawnee State traveled all the way down here, and they didn't use that as an excuse. So we've got to get a little bit better mentally.
Undetermined if they were on Snowflake Lane at any point during their trip, but we'll talk about that at another time. Today, you guys got down 27-21, and you ended the first half on a 17-2 sprint. Anything in there that you guys changed, did differently, just maybe more attention to detail? That certainly seemed like a big stretch in the contest.
Well, our post it was really hard on our post today because they really spread you out, and their guards really could get to the lane. And so we went small for a small portion of that time and put Courtney in the middle, and that helped somewhat. And I know, we talk about kids all the time. Bailey Pettigo, we're down 7, I think, and she cans a 3 and gives us a little bit of we get it right back. I think that was the best part about it is we just turned around and got that right back, and we just got kids that can make plays.
Courtney Pritchett finishes with 15 points, 6 rebounds, 8 assists. Coach, there are 2 steals in the game. There are just times she just makes it look so easy and effortless. We've talked about this before. She spoils us, I think, at times by how unassuming. Yep. And, anytime she holds it, you're just waiting for something special to happen. Yeah. But today, again, 8 assists from that 4 spot. You just don't see that a lot.
No, it's not. And I want an official stat to be made for charges taken. I think that's an important part of the game. She stands in there and takes charges. I think she took 2 today. But, it would be nice if that were an official stat too. But, yes, she spoils us. She spoils our team. That's one thing I fussed on them at halftime about is we want to get it to Courtney and let Courtney make all the decision-making instead of – because I felt like the first half there were some times when we had the ball on the wing and could have hit Kate, and instead we throw it to Courtney and ask her to make the play. We've got to be playmakers and step up, and we've got to do better in that aspect too.
Talk about making plays, finding playmakers, 26 assists on 28 made buckets. Everybody got in on the act. We talked about Courtney. Lauren Lee and Maddie Boyle both had a handful of assists today. What is it about your offense that allows you to be so efficient in that category?
We're smaller, and then our post players, I'm not sure what Kayla's percentage is, but both of our post players shoot it at a very high percentage, so you can get the ball to them just about any time. And then the kids don't care to share the ball. You've got 2 point guards on the floor when we start the game. So in Bailey Pettigo and Lauren Lee, you both have kids that share the ball. And then when you have your 4-man that can pass the ball like she can, I think that just kind of sets the tone about just finding that open man and pushing it. Just one more pass, one pass farther.
One thing we always talk about, you get to the Christmas holiday, undefeated in conference play. That's you exhale a little bit every time you can get those conference wins and hold serve. at home certainly makes you feel well. You got one more game before the Christmas holiday. You still have 3 non-conference games left, which is almost unheard of this late in the season. It's just how the schedule fell for you guys. But, you get a couple days off, and you get ready for, Miami Hamilton to come in here on Thursday before the holiday. That's, I hate the term trap game, but that feels like one right before the Christmas break, right before the trip to Florida.
Yes.
You have to certainly be on your toes.
Well, we got that game really late, and so we had to get something in there, and that works. And then we've got a scrimmage that we work in with a D1 team in the state, and we always are able to do that either right before or right after Christmas. So we always have that to fall back on too. But and then we go down to Miami and play 2 teams. One team's undefeated at this point, I think, and the other one maybe 2 losses.
Yeah, Florida Memorial's playing pretty well. St. Thomas still undefeated.
Yeah, and one receiving
15,
votes. Yeah. So top 15.
I think St. Thomas
was top 15.
That last poll came out, and maybe not.
I think they were receiving votes.
Okay.
I think St. Francis is in that top 15.
Maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, they were receiving votes, but two good teams when we go down there, and then Miami Hamilton coming in here, and like you said, we don't want it to be a trap game. We want to make sure we come in ready to play. And you kind of, like I said today, you look at Shawnee State's record, and you cannot judge them on that record. You just can't.
Quirky enough, here you are in December. You still have 2 undefeated teams at the moment left on your schedule. That's kind of great job, Coach.
Yeah, thanks. Appreciate that.
Part of it. But congratulations on this one, and we'll see you on Thursday against Miami
Thanks,
Hamilton.
Matt.
Lady Tigers again victorious as they pick up the win here over Shawnee State today, 79-60. Your final score.